Hello, my name is Carissa Millsap, and the age group that I chose for this assignment is preschool. The center that I did choose was the Writing Center, and the materials that I'm going to be using today for this will be shaving cream, a marker, sight words, and a notebook. All of this stuff would normally be in a Writing Center. Maybe not the shaving cream. Could probably switch it out with something else, maybe each week or something like that. But this would be a great activity to do for kids to learn their sight words and also practice their handwriting skills and their language skills. But the name of my activity today is the Supersensory Sight Words. So what they do is this is also helping with their sensory, which I love, and then I love adding anything sensory to any of my activities because I just feel like young children should engage in a bunch of sensory stuff in the classroom, and the children, they also really enjoy it, so I'm gonna demonstrate how I would teach this to my kiddos. Alright, teacher. Hello, boys and girls. So today we are going to have an activity, and the activity is called the Supersensory Sight Words. As y'all all know, we have been learning our new sight words this week, but today I wanted to do a fun little activity for you guys. And for this activity, you will be going to the Writing Center, and you will be getting your notebook. So you will all go to your bins and get your own notebook. You will also need any color marker. Today, Miss Carissa chose blue. And then you will grab, I have made extra copies and put them on at the Writing Center, and then you will also have shaving cream. So this activity today will involve shaving cream. So once you come over to your center, when you have all your materials that you will need to go over your sight words, and then of course you are going to practice writing your sight words in the shaving cream. So Miss Carissa is going to show you how to do so. So first, you are of course going to take the lid off your shaving cream. I really hope the boys and girls are listening because this is very important to know how to use this shaving cream and how to get the shaving cream out of the bottle. So once you have your shaving cream open, you can sit your lid on the table or right beside you, and then you are going, and then you are going to, see this little button, boys and girls? You are going to push this button, and once you push this button, you're going to have stuff coming out. So this is the shaving cream. So once this comes out, it's going to be a different color. But when you will start rubbing it into the table, and once you start rubbing it into the table, the texture will start to get all foamy. Do you see this, boys and girls? So it will get this weird texture, but it's okay. It will be like a little sticky, but it's a little foamy. And then once you have got all the shaving cream on the table all rubbed in, you want to make it big enough where you have room to write your sight words. Okay, so I have a little extra on my fingers, so I'm just gonna do it on the side here just in case I need a little more later. Now, boys and girls, with shaving cream does not go in our mouth. We do not want to eat this. This is not food. Alright, so once I have that all off of me, now I need to wipe it off. Alright, so now that I have it all off of me, you are going to then get your sight words. So you should have your sight words right beside you. And when you have your sight words right beside you, I want you to also practice sounding it out. So I want to, for the first one, boys and girls, this is the word my. My. My starts with the letter M and ends with the letter Y. My only has 2 letters in this word. So what I want you to do is I want you to practice sounding it out. My. And then I want you to practice writing it on your shaving cream. So I'm going to start by going up to make, and then down, back up, and then back down to make the letter M. And then once you have that, you can get the shaving cream off. And then we're going to go down like that, and then we're going to go down all the way down. And then we just made the letter Y. And now I made the word my, and this is one of your sight words. So once you are done doing your sight words and you wrote it like you like, you can then go over it just like this, kind of just like when you first started rubbing it into the table, and it will kind of like erase what you had so you can do your next sight word. Okay? All right, boys and girls. So that is how we are going to do our activity of super sensory sight words. All right, boys and girls, when you are done with all your sight words with your shaving cream, I then want you to clean up your mess, and then go back to your area, and I want you to sit and get your notebook out and whatever color marker you have, and then I want you to practice writing on a piece of paper with a marker in your hand. So, like, I'm going to demonstrate with the first one. I'm going to do it for the second one. Maybe a little backwards, but it's okay. All right. So Miss Carissa is just going to now practice writing her sight word, my. And look at that. And then y'all will have a notebook at the end of the school year with all your sight words in it, and you can read over it and always have a great reference for when you need to learn how to spell, or if you forgot how to spell a word or how this word sounded. You can always reflect back to your notebook, and that's why I really enjoy using our notebooks in class with our writing activities, because I want you guys to succeed with your spelling and your handwriting skills. When doing activities with shaving cream, sand, beans, anything sensory, I always can tell that the kids enjoy it. Once I get out whatever sensory we were doing that day, I can tell that the kids are very engaged in it and they are so excited to do whatever it is. But sensory also it helps their language development, I feel like. And it also helps their fine motor and gross skills. And it also builds nerve connection to the brain, which I honestly find so cool. I just feel like sensory has so much advantage to it for children. And then also language. I feel like this activity helps them with language as well, because they're learning how to read and they're learning how to write and sound out letters. And then it's also helping their handwriting skills, which is so important in pre-K. Learning how to write your name, that's like your main priority. I am a 3-year-old teacher right now at my current daycare, and we are working very hard on our handwriting skills. They're doing so great with it. We're really focusing on writing our names because I want these kids to learn how to write their names. And I always have goals. Always have goals in your classroom. And spelling, this is definitely a huge activity to help with spelling, because then they're like, oh wait, this is actually kind of fun. Okay, we're using shaving cream to write. We're not using like a pencil or anything like that. While also doing this activity, I feel like this is helping their physical development as well because they're using their fingers and they're, having to move their arms and then they're having to clean it up and they're having to rub it all in. And it's just, I feel like there's so much development in one activity, and I love those activities. I love including so many things. But yeah, it's just like with the notebook. Um, that is a great way to a reference for the child for, if they are struggling with their sight words the next year or during that summer, they were struggling a little bit during the school year and the parents just want them to, study a little extra. They'll have their notebook full of all their sight words. So it's great just to have like a fun activity. And then after that fun activity is over, they can just go back to their notebook and just write down, their sight words after they have mastered writing it on the shaving cream. So once they've mastered it on the shaving cream, writing it, then they have more confidence in themselves. And like, okay, now I can write it in my notebook for my if I ever need to look back on this, like my teacher told me to. It's just, I feel like it's just so much in one, and I really, really enjoy this activity. I do this with my 3-year-olds. We don't do sight words, but we do, do our alphabet, our ABCs, and sometimes the more advanced children I do, they can write their names in the shaving cream. They've been learning that. And then, of course with markers do anything. You can all your fine motors and all your gross motors, and it's just so much in one, and I love it. But just the learning developments in this is insane to me. I really love this activity. And if I am ever a pre-K teacher one day, or even, in elementary school doing sight words, a kindergarten, this is a fun activity I will definitely do. But yes, thank you.